I feel like I discovered like a whole new world after my son's dad.
And that also leads to you seeing that dating life is also hard for you.
And he asked me to go through my phone.
That's the first red flag.
So he went on live doing the most. We weren't even dating, so how can I be cheating on you?
Girl, how was the recovery for 3BLs? That sounds so painful.
I was in the intensive care unit, girl. Yeah, I lost a lot of blood and they couldn't stop the bleeding. My doctor was super scared.
How was that for you when you were going through that so publicly?
I remember it felt like my world was like crashing down. Nobody ever compares to like my son's dad.
Welcome back to another episode of Me and Who Else. For today's episode, we brought in another mommy. I'm so excited to introduce her to you guys, but I'm sure you guys have already seen our title, our thumbnail, and our teaser that we do post on social media. You guys do not forget to follow us everywhere. Our Instagram, our TikTok, our Snapchat. We do have all of our links down below. And do not forget to follow our TikTok shop. I'm actually wearing one of our cute little t-shirts from our TikTok shop. It is in our showcase on TikTok. And also, you guys do not forget to follow us on Patreon. We do post a little cute extra segments with some of our guests. Everything will be linked down below. But let me just shut up and let me introduce our next guest for this week. We have a baddie. We have a mommy. You guys see her everywhere. She blew up on TikTok during COVID days. And yeah, let me introduce to you guys Bella.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you.
I'm like, nice to meet you, like they're right here in front of me. We have Miss Bella in the podcast today. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Coming. Your hair looks really good.
Oh, thank you. My friend just dyed it for me.
Oh my god, it looks really fresh and so perfect. It looks so good. How are
Thank
you?
Good.
You guys, last time I saw Bella, and I think it was the first time we met, and the last time we saw each other was
last.
Yes, it was inside of a party bus, girl.
Those days are over.
I know. We were. I don't even know where we ended up going. We went to like a club or something.
Yeah. Was it like somebody's birthday or what were we doing? I don't even remember.
It was our ratchet days.
Yeah.
We don't. I know. Do you go out still or no?
Hardly ever. Like now to go out, you have to pay me. Like you have to drag me by the hair.
Yes.
But yeah, once upon a time.
Yeah. Oh my god, it has been a long time, and now we're just chilling, being mommies. I know. I wanted to bring you on the podcast because I feel like a lot of people resonate with you. Even I resonate with you when it comes to being a mommy, when it comes to like obviously like your kid's father and all of that. So we wanted to bring on Bella. She has been on social media. She actually grew her social media presence during COVID. I remember your videos during COVID.
Shut up.
Yes, and I feel like you blew up like crazy during COVID.
So awkward. I feel like it's so cringy, like to look back at my old videos. I'm like, there's no way I posted that. It got me here, but it's so cringy.
I feel like we all go through that. We were just like, oh, why did we post that? Why did we say that?
Yeah.
Oh, but thank you so much for coming on, you guys. And we do have a lot that we want to go over with Bella. I'm sure you guys have seen her on other podcasts, on her social medias, but we just wanted to just talk to her like maybe on a deeper level and see what she has going on now, because it has been a while since she's been on a podcast. We're just like, let's just catch up. It's gonna be a fun little girl catch up with Bella, but let's take it all the way back. Like, who is Miss Bella? Like, how would you describe yourself off of social media?
Well, I grew up in a really big family. I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters, so there's 6 of us. And then my siblings started having kids super young. So it was always a full house, always super loud. I feel like I was always like the quiet one of the family. Yeah, definitely. And I feel like even to this day too, like when I meet people, everyone thinks that I'm mean. Like everyone thinks that I'm mean because they say that like that I don't like, it's because I don't go out of my way to like talk to people. Like if you say hi, I say hi back, but I'm like super shy, I guess, until you get to know me, and then I'm more like talkative. But I'm super like, I guess like a people pleaser, but not like in a negative way. Like I feel like when I meet people, like I just let people what is that called? Like run all over me until I'm like, okay, no more. Like I snap out of it. Yeah. But yeah, that's me. That's Bella. And then yeah, my life is just my son. I don't do too much. My life is pretty boring, to be honest.
And you have a 4-year-old.
Yes, I have
and his name is Noah.
Noah, yes, that's my baby.
And then you were saying that you have, so it's 6 of you guys in total.
Yes.
Okay, and it's 2 girls, 3 boys. Oh, so
yes.
it's 3-3.
Yeah, 3-3.
Oh, cool. And then where do you stand in the family dynamic?
They're all older. I have one younger sister, but she's like 23 and I'm 26.
Oh, okay.
So we're all older. Yeah.
Oh, how was it growing up with a lot of siblings? I also have, it's 6 of us in total as well.
Oh, nice.
How was it for you growing up with so many siblings?
Good. It was never quiet. My siblings, I'm like, they're all crazy. And then we were all in sports too. And then, like I said, they started having kids young. So I think I was like a tia in like 2nd grade.
Oh, crap.
So it was always like always something going on. We were all in sports. So like my life was like baseball games, softball games. I played softball.
Oh, you
so
did?
always super, super busy.
And then did you also grow up here in California?
Yes, I did. I grew up in Diamond Bar. It's like Chino Hills, Walnut.
Yes,
right there.
Okay.
I feel like nobody ever knows where that's
it's
at.
like, yeah, and then like around the cities, it's like Brea, Yorba Linda.
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, I feel like I don't know a lot of people that are from there, but I have heard of it because of the Brea Mall. We were just talking about how we both love going to the Brea Mall. If you guys have not gone, you guys should go. And now you're 26. And you have a little boy. And how would you say it was for you before social media? Because obviously we all know you from being on social media, from being on TikTok and all of your social media platforms. Like, who were you before all of that?
You know what? I've always wanted to do social media. Like, before that, I was obsessed, but because of the Kardashians. So, like, I used to see them and I used to want to, like, be like them. But in my head, I thought that meant, like, doing, like, reality TV. So I would think, like, oh, some way I have to get myself on reality TV. I didn't really, like, I didn't have TikTok downloaded, like, none of that. Or at the time, it was Musical.ly. I was never on Musical.ly or nothing like that. But I always wanted to do, like, social media. I just didn't like know where to start. So that was like always in my head. Like my parents wanted me, like, forced me to go to college, forced me to have a 9 to 5, and I never wanted to do that. Like I've always wanted to do social media. So yeah, like before social media, I always had it in my head that this was what I wanted to do. But I used to work at a daycare.
Oh, prior social media.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've always loved kids too. And then I would go to college too, but just to go. Like I didn't have anything in mind of like what I wanted to do.
Like
I was just taking classes to make my parents happy.
Oh, how was it working at a daycare? I don't think I've ever met anyone who worked at a daycare. How was it?
You know, like when schools they have like the after school program, that's what I did. So it was cool, but like it was like a lot of like cheeseman. Like I felt like the girls were like, it was like a lot of drama. And the ladies were all older, like all my other
like
coworkers. Yes.
At a daycare?
Yes. Like my work was all drama, so I was so happy when I left.
And they were older, like senoras?
They were older, yeah.
Oh yeah, girl. They don't got that much time left. They're like, all we have is chisme.
Yeah. And then too, like I feel like the kids didn't really respect me because they all saw me like their friend. Oh. Because I was the youngest one there.
What age group was it?
Elementary. So there was like a 4-year-old there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they were still small. If they're like
they were little babies. But yeah, it was cool. It did what it needed to do.
And then you started working at a daycare after your college experience, or was it?
No, I was doing it at the same time.
Oh, you were. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then how old were you at this time?
It was before my baby, so probably 20.
And what made you actually want to quit like your daycare job? Was it because you started on social media?
It kind of like all just aligned. So right when I was quitting my daycare job, we were going back because we had a whole year off because of COVID. So I got like paid time off during COVID for a whole year. And during that time, me and my son's dad started making videos, and then we started blowing up. And then right when I had to go back to work, I put in my 1-week notice. My 2-week notice that I wasn't going to go back anymore. And then my boss was just like, okay, well, you can use your paid time off to like just not come back these next 2 weeks. So that was it. Like during COVID, I just quit my job.
And then it was because of your social media following grew. Damn, that is crazy. Yeah. And then is that how you also met your ex-partner?
No, actually, we met at a party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Prior to social media.
Yes, prior to social media. We met at a party. It was I had a very short like span of going to parties. My dad was super, super strict. So I had this friend who would go to parties, and I would tell my parents that I was going to Disneyland. And then I would go to parties with them. And since Disneyland closed at 12, I had to be back by like 12:30. Right.
Yeah.
So I would take a change of clothes. And so I went to like this high school party. It was right after high school. And I met him there. And then we started talking on Snapchat. And then he asked me to go to the fair. We hung out one time. He asked me to go to the fair. And I was young, but I'm like, what are we? And then he was like, do you want to be my girlfriend?
At the fair?
Yeah. No, not at the fair. Oh, okay, the same day, but we went home and we were on FaceTime. And he was like, do you want to be my girlfriend? I'm like, sure. Oh. That's how it happened.
Yeah, it took one day for him to know she's the
right.
one. And how old were you guys when you guys first met?
I think he was 18 and I was 19.
You're 19, okay.
Yeah, so little babies.
So at this point, you met him during your daycare job.
Yes.
And then that's when you guys, COVID happened. I think we all saw what happened during COVID. Mm-hmm. A lot of people stopped going back to work. And I feel like that was a huge era where a lot of TikTokers began their following. Like everyone, because all of us were just at home. We were just like not doing anything. And I feel like a lot of people blew up during COVID.
Yes,
and I remember
TikTok was going crazy then. Yeah, that was like the whole hype house era, all of that.
That's so true. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is so true. And I do remember, Bella, you were one of them. But how did you guys even do that transition where you guys were dating and then you guys were just like, oh, we should film TikToks together?
It was so random because my son's dad, I feel like even to this day, he's totally not like the type to like record himself, take pictures of himself. Mm-hmm. Like, don't take a picture of me, I don't want to be in the picture. So it was so random. You know that whole trend, like the boom gang guy, where he would like run out of places without paying and he'd be like boom gang and he'd run away? No, never seen it.
No,
it was this trend where this guy would like leave places without paying and he would be like boom gang. So my son's dad had gone to the barbershop. So random. He's never like told me anything about wanting to post on social media or nothing like that. We were probably like maybe like 5 months into dating, 6 months into dating. And he randomly posted this video on his Instagram where he was like boom gang and he ran out like mid haircut. And it blew up. I think he got like 100,000 followers in like a month on Instagram. Yeah. And that was Instagram, like not even touching TikTok. And then he moved to TikTok and started posting videos on there and he started getting followers. And I'm like, oh my gosh, lucky. And then I tried and then I started getting followers. And then that's when we started doing like couple skits together. And then, yeah, instantly.
And then that's when you guys were just blowing
History,
up
yeah.
like crazy. I do remember the videos. And then you're like cringe. During all of this, you guys were obviously very open about your relationship. Mm-hmm. And how long did it take you guys for you guys to be like, oh, we should start a family?
Well, our son wasn't planned.
Okay.
So, yeah. I was 21 when I got pregnant. And be careful what you say out loud. We actually have a video where I was drunk. I got drunk on my 21st birthday with him. And I was telling him I want to have a baby. And then like 3 months later, I was pregnant.
You were pregnant. Oh.
Yeah. I gave birth like 2 weeks after my 22nd birthday. Oh. So yeah, it wasn't planned. He was 20 when I got pregnant. And then 21 when I had my son.
How did you guys react? Because you guys were young.
Mm-hmm.
When you guys first found out?
Thankfully, we already had something going for us on social media. We had already quit our jobs, so we already had the like money coming in, and I was super scared because my parents are strict. So I was terrified to tell my parents. So scared. Mm-hmm. He doesn't really have anyone like in his family that he has to report back to. So I was like, oh, hey mom, I'm pregnant. It's like, okay. or my girlfriend's pregnant. But me, I was terrified like to tell my older brothers, to tell my parents, like so scared. I didn't even tell my parents. He had an apartment at the time and I wasn't allowed to like stay with him, but I was like there visiting him. And I was already like 3 months at the time, or maybe less, maybe like 2 months. But I didn't know because I hadn't gone to the doctor because I'm like, where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? And he's like, we need to tell your mom. Like, we need to know what we have to do. So I was like, okay, if you want to go tell them, you go tell them. So I stayed at the apartment and he went to tell my parents. And they were actually very accepting, thank God. But they were just like, okay. I mean, they accepted it. They're like, it is what it is. Like, tell her she could come home. And yeah, that was it.
Oh, and were you guys living together at this point?
No.
So did it come into it, like, were you guys really surprised when you guys found out?
Yes, I was so surprised. And I was telling him, like, we even made a bet about it too. Like, oh, if I'm pregnant, like, I get this. And he's like, you're not, you're not. And if I'm not, like, it was like, you owe me like an hour of massages. Yeah. And then I took the test in my parents' bathroom, and then he was waiting for me outside. I came outside and I was like crying. I'm like, I told you I was. Yeah, I was so scared.
And then when did you guys decide, like, oh, how are we going to share this online? Or were you guys ever, like, considering never sharing it online? Because at this point, you guys already had a social media following.
We were waiting to tell my family. We even, like, filmed a whole, like, what is that? Like, an announcement video. But we couldn't
like
release it yet because we were waiting to tell my parents. And then, honestly, we kind of waited a while to tell social media. I was probably like 6 months, maybe. But we just wanted to make sure that, like, I was in the clear and, like, everything was good before we released it.
Yeah, that's true. Especially, like, in the first trimester. I feel like it could be a little scary. Once you guys decided to post your pregnancy online, how was the reaction from your audience?
I feel like everyone was so surprised. Because, I mean, I feel like we were young at the time. And then... yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone was just as surprised as we were.
If you guys have seen Bella on any other social medias, I'm sure you guys have seen her, like, on different podcasts and her talking about, like, her childhood and all of that. But one topic that she was very public about was the breakup with the father of her child that was all over the internet. And I think that sometimes as content creators, because I feel like I myself, I went that route, unfortunately, too, like, putting everything public. How was that for you when you were going through that so publicly?
I feel like it was so hard, but it was kind of impossible to, like, not tell people that we were breaking up on social media because our whole life was on social media. But it was so hard, like, just seeing everyone have, like, their different stories about what happened. And they think that they know that they were in the relationship. Like, oh, she definitely cheated. Oh, she cheated. He cheated. Like, oh, like, I just wish that it could have been, like, more peaceful. Like, I was, like, bawling my eyes out, like, when I moved away from his dad. And I just remember thinking, like, damn, I wish I could at least have peace, like, when I open my phone. Like, have more support, because it was, like, the hardest thing that I've ever been through. And I felt like people thought that like, I left my son's dad to go pursue, like, another life, or, like, that the whole breakup was, like, my fault. And I'm like, that's not what it was at all.
Do you feel like it was a slow drift that kind of built you guys to break up, or it was, like, a hard breakup for you guys?
I feel like we slowly started, like, separating. And then it was just one night where we're like, yeah, we can't do this no more. And then we were instantly, like, I think I was in my own house within, like, a week. So it was super quick once we, like, put our foot down and we're like, this is it.
Since you guys are both social media content creators, do you think that played a huge part in your guys' breakup?
Not in our breakup, because I felt like there was nothing that outside people could say to put anything in my head or his head. It was definitely just, like, us and at home.
Oh my goodness, I feel like it must be so hard having to go online, because it almost feels like we kind of do owe our audience, you know, at least just a little bit of
an answer, for sure. Yes. Did you ever say anything online, like, when you split from your son's dad? I mean, your daughter's dad.
Oh, no. It's okay. I feel like I went the very immature route. Like, I went on there to talk crap.
It's hard. There's so many emotions flowing, like, when it happens. So I feel like that's, like, our instinct is just, like, tell everyone.
Yes, like, expose this and expose that. And I think what makes it harder is, like, one day they see you making content with this person, one day they see you living with this person, and the next day people are like, wait, they haven't made content together. So people already start speculating. Was it like that for you?
No, I felt like we were always super good at putting out our content, putting on our TikToks, thankfully. But no.
Do you ever sometimes catch yourself thinking, oh, damn, like maybe this can work out.
For sure. I feel like for sure, most recently, because it's been a while since we lived together. We did move in together not that long ago. It didn't work out, but um, it's been a while since we've been broken up, and I feel like he hasn't found anyone that I know of, and that I haven't found anyone. So I'm like, are we meant to be, or I don't know. We'll see. But and I see like my old TikToks and like my old videos with him, and it makes me sad.
I bet. Because it's almost like your memories, and you're just like,
Mm-hmm.
how did we get to where we are now?
Yeah.
Like, what led us here?
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people have been asking because we actually saw that you guys, after the breakup, after you guys had announced that you guys broke up, you guys actually moved in together to try to co-parent under the same roof. How was that for you guys?
Well, me and my son's dad, it took a while for us to get to this part, but I feel like we get along together super good. And we had this period where we're like, maybe we should just live together and like co-parent under the same roof.
To try it out.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I would love to be with my son every single day and see him every single day. So I was like, why not? So we got this house together. And honestly, we didn't post much together at all, like us living together or content of co-parenting under the same roof. But I think we lasted like 6 months, and then we ended up splitting up again because it just wasn't for us. But yeah, we tried to do the whole co-parenting under the same roof. Wasn't for us. And now I just moved into my own apartment. I think I've been there for 2 months now, so pretty recently we just
so you guys recently moved away from each other. Okay.
Yeah, now I'm back to living separately, but that's what that was. We moved in together to like try it out and co-parent under the same roof. We had our own separate rooms and everything.
Oh, you guys did. Oh my god.
So it was actually so funny. I feel like people thought we were so crazy, which it is kind of crazy. Could you ever do that?
I think I think it depends like the scenario, because I was kind of living with Alani's dad's family when I was recovering. But yeah, it was the same thing for me. Like, I cannot be under the same roof as him for longer than a month, or like it just I couldn't. And then we were co-parenting, and so I think it just depends on the baby daddy. It just depends. I feel like it just depends on how well you guys can get along and how mature you guys are. So I don't know. I think I have seen people do it very successfully, where they can co-parent under the same roof and they act like friends. But I think with some, because I'm not sure if this is accurate for you guys, but when feelings are involved or emotions are involved, it's hard. It makes it a little bit harder. So and then sometimes they can turn toxic, and you're just like, okay, this is not gonna work out.
Yeah. And then also I felt like it was like confusing for my son to see like, oh, we were separate and now we're in the same house.
Yeah.
And now we're separate, because like my son will tell me things. I think he told me something just last week, like, Mom, I wish we could all live together in the house. And like he'll tell me stuff like, Mom, I miss my family. And now I feel like he's old enough to like understand more so. And I think he was like just a baby when we separated. So I mean, I feel like this is all he knows now, is like us separate.
And you also have mentioned that you sometimes feel like mom guilt because you ended up not being with his father. How do you handle that?
It's so hard. Like, my friends will get a phone call from me at least once a week. Like, should I just try things out with his dad? Like, I feel so guilty. Like, I feel like I can never let myself like truly be with anyone else, because I always have my son in like the back of my head that like, and I don't know, maybe he won't feel this way, but I just feel like I'm like betraying him in a way. And I feel like he's like, he didn't do anything wrong, like my son. I'm like, I feel like he needs his family together. I don't know. I just feel like if I start like a whole new family with someone else, like my son will never get that experience. Like, he'll never know what it's like to have that family. And that like stabs my heart. So yeah, the most mom guilt. I'm like, hopefully one day it goes away and it gets better. But maybe because he's so young right now, it's so hard. I'm sure you feel the same way.
Yeah, and I think since they're so little, obviously they want their parents to, like, I feel like that's the reality of it. Like, they do want us to be with their dad. Yeah. And do you feel like you have tried to do anything to help you not feel like that?
No, I feel like it's impossible. What it is like, I feel like it's so lonely for my son. He has my family and he loves them so much, but when he's with me, like all he has is me. And like he'll say stuff about wanting siblings, and like his sister, my son's dad, his sister has kids, and he has cousins who have kids, and my siblings have kids, and they all have brothers and sisters, and my son's just lonely, and I feel like he's getting older, so I feel guilty that it's just me and him together all the time and in my apartment. So I feel like he just feels that like loneliness. And
I know, because it's also like, what do we tell a 4-year-old or like or like a 5-year-old, like this is our situation, because they're not gonna understand. How do you tell them in a way where we're not bashing their father? Right. I'm like, how do we say, hey, it's their fault, but we can't say that to them? So I think that's hard, but I do think someone, because I feel like I'm in your situation as well, I think what helps me is the way I see it is when me and her dad were together, it was super toxic, like super. And I think what helps me is I think that I have saved her from not seeing like a lot of things. And I think that she would be even more destroyed if she were around all of that.
That makes so much sense.
And I think that helps me sleep at night. Because I feel like in the beginning, I was also just like, one of my biggest fears is coming true, and it's being a single mom. Because because I feel like I've seen that with my mom as well. But when people ask me like in person, or like when they're like, why follow you on social media? Like, I'm going through this. I always tell them, I'm just like, I think that what really matters is the environment you have your child in. And I think that if it was toxic, then, because I'm not sure if it was or not, but in my situation, I think that has helped me a lot. Is just being like, okay, well, she is getting older. Like our kids are getting older. Like, do we really want them to see this? Do we really want them to be in this environment? Do we really want them to see this is how partners treat each other? Yeah. And I think that has helped. And I feel like it is hard because we can't tell them that. Like, we can't tell them, oh, like, we don't live together because X, Y, and Z. So I think that's where your mom guilt comes from. But hopefully, like, you know, as he gets older, you're able to slowly talk to him and just say, oh, like, sometimes things don't work out with, like, partners. And yeah, I think that hopefully that probably helps you too, where you're just like,
yeah, for sure,
maybe he would be somebody else if
it's better off this way.
But I hope you know that you're not alone, and I'm sure a lot of people who are watching can probably resonate with you as well, because it's a lot of us out here, girl. I'm like, it's ghetto having a baby daddy.
So true. Yes.
Yeah, so I think that, yeah, as he gets older, like, I think you as a mom, you know what's best for him, because at the end of the day, like, even how you were saying right now, like, oh, I wish I could give him that. Like, I wish I could give him a family. I think that you know what's best for him. And at the end of the day, you also have to take care of yourself too. So yeah, I hope that helps you. And that also leads to you saying that dating life is also hard for you. Have you tried dating outside of the relationship with the father of your child?
Yes. Nothing serious whatsoever. Because I feel like nobody's ever going to I'm like, maybe I'm like holding myself back too. But I feel like I've met just like little boys, honestly. Like nobody ever compares to like my son's dad. So in my head I'm like, what's the point? Like, yeah, we have our issues, but for sure, like, at least like financially, nobody compares. Nobody's ever on the same level. Like, even with me, like, I find myself being the man in every single guy that I meet. Yeah. And I want to be taken care of. So it's like, what's the point? It's rough out
like
here.
It's real,
I'm like, maybe I'm looking in the wrong places, but damn.
You have to go to a jazz club. You'll find the older
Put
ones.
me on.
We'll go after this. It's also, do you feel like it's a little harder as well because you come as a package?
You know what? I feel like that's what I would think. Like, I come as a package, like with my son.
Yes.
That's what I would think. But I have it in my head that people are only accepting that I have a kid because of my life and my lifestyle. I feel like a lot of these men would not be okay with it if I was like...
Because of your social media presence?
Yes.
That makes sense. Okay.
So, I mean, I feel like the guys that I meet, nobody cares. They love kids, this, and that. But I'm like... I've been a whole week with my son. You have not asked me how was the park? What did you make your son for? Like, you get what I'm saying? So I'm like, I could tell that you truly don't care and you just want my lifestyle. But supposedly, like, all the men that I meet, they have no issues with me being a mom. And but like, I see right through you.
Oh yeah, that's weird. I feel like that's the tricky part about dating, especially being on social media. It's like you don't know if their intentions are there. And not only I feel like you have to be careful with like their intentions, but also them trying to come after, like, I guess you can say, like, your clout. And like, but because of the incident where the guy was coming out saying that you guys were dating and that you supposed to be cheated on him.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was a nightmare. Yes. Okay, so this guy that I met wanted to do social media. Like, everyone
That's
wants
the
to do
first red
social
flag.
media. First red flag. I'm like,
If
okay,
you
well,
bring up social media, you're like, okay, no, yeah.
fine. That should have been the first red flag. Anyways, so this guy was like a million red flags, right? And me and my son's dad, like, at this time, we were at a point, we're still good now, but we were at the point where we were just getting super close again. So I would tell him everything about this guy, like, everything. It was so funny. Like, I would text him, like, and be like, oh my God, he just said this and that. And this guy was known, like, he was known for being like Orange County's bop. Like, that's how he was known for. So already red flags. So my son's dad would tell me, like, oh, this girl just texted, like texted me she was with him last night, like, and I'm like, oh, like, is he being serious, or like, is he just trying to like steer me away from this guy? So anyways, one night, this guy, I don't know where he got it from, that he can ask me to go through my phone.
When you guys were like in the talking stage.
Yeah, we weren't even dating. And he asked me to go through my phone.
That's so weird.
Not so weird,
that's
right?
That's something like females do.
So weird. Like a female, right? A whole female. He asked me to go through my phone, and I was like, no. First of all, because like all my son's personal stuff is on there. I have pictures of my son. I have my money on there. It's my phone, right? It's my personal everything. But also, I was texting my baby daddy and talking shit about this guy
when
to
you're
him.
with him, you're like
I was ranting. Like, I was talking so much shit about this guy to him. So that's what I had on my phone. And I think he saw me like being suspicious. So I locked my phone. And he was like, let me go through your phone. And I was like, hell no. He left our hangout, went on TikTok live, and started telling everyone the whole situation, that I was cheating on him because I wouldn't let him go through my phone. We weren't even dating, so how can I be cheating on you? I'm like, no, I was just talking shit about you to my baby daddy. But no, it was nothing like that. Any like where I was talking to other people or nothing like that. So he went on live calling, like, doing the most and getting clipped, obviously, because he was talking about me. Oh my gosh, it was a hot mess. That guy was a hot mess. But yeah, thank God that's over.
You're like, I wasn't cheating. I wasn't even dating you.
Yeah.
I was actually talking shit about you.
Literally.
And how is it for you guys now? It seems like you and Anthony are actually co-parent really well. How is it for you guys now?
He really is my bestie. It's like such a weird relationship. Like, we won't talk to each other. It'll pretty much just be like, here's like my son. Like, oh, thank you. Like when we FaceTime each other, like, we won't talk. We'll only talk to our son, but we won't talk to each other. But then we'll have our moments where we're just like talking to each other. Like, my son just started basketball, and the first time that we had both gone to his practice, we didn't say anything to each other. Last time we just gone to his practice, we were like ranting to each other. So it's a very weird relationship. Like, I think it's just awkward at times where it's like the history there. But now we're good. Like, I feel like if I ever needed him, like, I know that he'll always be there for me. He's like, no, I won't.
He's like, girl, who told you that?
Who told you that lie?
It seems like you guys have like a good, healthy co-parenting relationship. And I feel like sometimes it could be hard to even get there. So that's good. Do you feel like it was kind of emotional for you, like realizing like, oh, damn, like we actually are pretty good off friends?
I feel like the first maybe year or 6 months, it was super rough. So rough. We wouldn't talk to each other. Like, we hated each other. And like after my son's 3rd birthday party, for some reason, that's when we started like getting close again. But I felt like we needed the time apart. I feel like if anything was to happen and we end up back together in the future, I feel like now it would work out because of this like time apart. So I feel like we definitely needed this space to like grow and be separate. And I mean, no, I'm not sad because I feel like we definitely needed it.
Yeah.
Like it's what we needed to like be like the best co-parents and like best versions of like ourselves for sure.
And you never know. I feel like if you feel maybe there might be a slight chance in the future, you just never know what could happen for you guys.
For sure.
And maybe you guys do need this time. Maybe it's just like a little hiccup that you guys are going through. But we'll see. Hopefully we see you guys later in the future. But if not, it's totally fine as well. I think that it seems that you guys work really well as co-parenting. So I'm sure you also have a lot of moms who also are single, who also are going through a hard time with their ex-partner, their, the child of their father. Is there any advice that you would give a single mom who may be watching us right now?
Well, I think maybe just that to know that you're not alone and that everything happens for a reason, because I would dread the days like when me and my son's dad would fight when we were still together. I would like just be like, there's no way that I can be a single mom. There's no way I can do this without my son's dad. Like, as hard as it is, I would rather just suck it up and be in this like house together, because I could not be a single mom. Like that was like the end of the world to me. And even when we had first split out and moved away from each other, like I remember it felt like my world was like crashing down. Like there was no way I was going to recover from this. Like it was the hardest thing I ever did. I felt so lonely. I think just know that like with time everything gets better, and like I'm still learning to this day and like going through the motions, but I think like distract yourself with anything that you can. Like I got into the gym and I feel like now I'm way more independent than I was before. I totally relied on my son's dad for everything. And now I'm like more of an adult. I'm like my own person now. My life before was my son's dad. Yeah. And I felt like everything was meant to happen for a reason, because now me and my son's dad are like on better terms than we were when we were dating. So I think don't be scared of the transition. I think it's super important, especially for the kids, to not be in that toxic environment. And things will hopefully get better for you and your partner and for your babies too, because they don't deserve to see all that.
Oh, that was actually good advice.
Thank you. Like I need advice too, so DM me.
Yeah, because you're just going through it. I feel like it's still fresh to you, so you're probably just like, sometimes I need the advice as well. Yeah. Because you just moved out of his place 2 months ago. So it's still fresh.
Yeah. Like I'm still trying to figure things out. Like we tried to move back in together and separated again. So yeah, I mean, that's life.
Yeah, and don't be too hard on yourself, because it's also your first time being a mom. We don't have instructions to be a mom, to be a parent. Oh my gosh. So we're still trying to figure this out. You're still trying to navigate through being a mom and take care of yourself, but also your son. Yes. So yes, don't be too hard on yourself. That was actually really good advice. I'm going to write that down. But let's move on to a new chapter in your life. You have shared and actually surprisingly shocked your audience when you started your OnlyFans. How was that for you? What made you feel like, you know what, I want to do something for myself and I'm just test this out to see how it goes? How was it for you when you first started your OnlyFans?
So I had this friend who did OnlyFans before me. I'm trying to figure out, like, remember how it was that I even got, like, introduced into it or what it was. But I'm pretty sure it's because I had this friend who was doing it and she was making so much money. And now it's, like, such a big thing, like the Bob House girls and all of them. So, yeah, I think I got introduced, like, through my friend, and she put me on with her manager. I was still with my son's dad at the time, and my baby was maybe like 6 months. No. Maybe he was like a year when I had first started. But I was super embarrassed to do it. Honestly, still to this day, like I don't really promote it or talk about it like that, because I don't know why I'm so embarrassed. It's because I'm a mom. I think that if I wasn't, I would have no shame in my game. But yeah, honestly, like I got introduced like through my friend, and I've been doing it since then. So how long has it been? Maybe like 4 years. So it's been a while since I've been doing it.
Do you think it affected your co-parenting relationship at all, or did you?
No, not at all. Thankfully, my son's dad was super supportive.
He's not taking the content for you?
No, yes.
Oh, he does?
I'm like, he was even in the content at one point. Yeah, no, he was so supportive, thankfully.
Do you ever feel like sometimes judged because you are a mom on OnlyFans?
Yes. Yes, for sure. Because I get DMs about it. Like, oh my gosh, you're a trashy mom.
You're like,
All
girl,
of
his
this.
dad is taking the pictures.
Yeah. No, but I for sure I do get a lot of people who are judgmental, but good thing I don't care.
And of course, I feel like being a social media content creator, we hear everyone's opinions, even sometimes if we don't ask for it. They sometimes have opinions on how you take care of your son or how you are a mom or your relationship and all of this. And you have shared before online that you've had 3 BBLs. Girl, how was the recovery for 3 BBLs? That sounds so painful.
You know what? I feel like I have a very high pain tolerance.
Oh, that's good. Wait, girl, have you
That
went
I
back for the
think.
third one? Yes, you do.
Yes, huh? Because I have a friend who got 1 BBL and she was like, I would never do it again. Like, worst pain in my entire life. I did 3. I'm like, you can't even tell. I want a refund.
Your body looks nice.
But not 3.
What doctor did you go to?
In Beverly Hills. I went to 3 different doctors. Such a waste of my time and money and all of the above. Anyways, so yeah, I feel like I have a very high pain tolerance. I feel like even giving birth, I got the epidural like the last second. The first one I got, my son, I got it like as soon as I was cleared for my son. When I had my son, I think I was 6 months postpartum. And then after that, yeah, I think I had one like every year since then. I got a lot of hate, but because I started filming these videos where I was wearing the faja, but like super, super tight. And people were just talking. And then I'm like super top heavy too. I feel like my boobs, maybe I got them too big. But when I'm wearing a bra, I feel like my boobs, like I'm super, super top heavy. Minus the, plus the tiny waist.
Oh, the waist trainer.
So yeah. I was like, rage baiting people like to a T, but I was acting like, oh, I just got my body like freshly done. It was literally a trend to make videos and be like, we missed the old Bella.
Yes. Of your old content compared to now.
Yes, but like the person that like, I think more so like the looks, the way I looked then to now, like my body doesn't even look like I have 3 BBLs or that I even got surgery done like that. And the videos that people were using, like talking about they miss the old Bella, I was like 19 years old. So I'm like, yes, I've had a kid. I've gained weight. Like I look older now. I'm not that teenager that I was. I'm like, that was like 5 years ago. But people keep saying like
7 years ago
that I've changed so much and I look so different. Like the only thing I did was like my boobs and 3 BBLs, but you can't even tell. It's not like I have a big old butt.
Being on social media, do you feel like sometimes you have to keep up with like the certain beauty standards?
Yes, I was so insecure when I first had my son, and I felt like I was having babies like the same time as a lot of other like content creators, and I would always look at them and be like, oh my gosh, how come they snap back so quick? Like, why do they look so good? I was so insecure after I had my son. So literally the moment that I was approved to get surgery after I was postpartum, I did it.
Oh, yeah. Shoot. And you
I definitely feel like social media played a role in like the way that I felt like I had to look, for sure.
Do you currently still feel like that now since you're older and then you've already had all of your surgeries and stuff? Where like social media is still in your head sometimes?
I don't think that anyone now is like on social media is like persuading me to look a certain way, but I still feel like I need to like do something to my body. Like I don't feel satisfied.
Really? You look so good, Bella. You look so good.
I think what it is that I just feel like I just spent so much money on my body, and I had an image of what I wanted it to look like, and I'm like, it's not that.
Oh, and I think you look so good, and I feel like you've been doing really well for yourself mentally as a mom.
For sure. Like, I just need to start going to the gym.
I don't know if you have seen Bella, but I feel like on social media there has been like a huge shift when it comes to surgeries and the trends. Because I remember when I first started social media, the trend was like have a BBL, have like boobs, have your veneers, and now it's like everyone's getting everything undone. Like now it's like cute to like have like the Y2K early 2000s like Angelina Jolie type of body. Do you ever feel like you want to just follow the trends as well when it comes to like our bodies and all of that?
You know what? I feel like I've always wanted like a big butt the whole like when I was like 17 before I even knew like trends on social media like that. Before I was on social media like that, that's always what I wanted. I don't think I'll ever fall into those trends.
Yeah.
I always want the big butt look. No. But no, it's most definitely a trend to be like the natural girl now.
Yeah.
Like everyone's removing their implants, like the small butts are a trend, the natural makeup.
Oh, me not wearing makeup today. Yeah.
Like you're all on trend today.
I know. Oh my God. I wonder what it is because I'm like, okay, if we remove this and this and this, like, what's the next trend going to be? Do we have to put our implants back in?
Next year is going to be a trend and we all have to put them back in again, huh?
And then people are getting, I don't know if you guys have seen this. We were talking about this off camera. People are getting their ribs taken off.
Oh my goodness. Yes. People are getting their ribs removed. That way they can have like smaller,
like a snatched waist. Would you ever get your ribs removed?
Honestly, I'm like, I would never say never, but probably not. Only because I think in the future, like when I'm an old lady, I probably need all that stuff. Like, what do you mean break my ribs?
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean have ribs?
Right. What do you mean remove a part of my rib?
I know, that's so true. And I think that's one thing that we don't think about long term, because I think that like one advice that I would give someone who's probably watching us and they don't have surgeries or anything, like if you're going to get breast implants, have them after your kids. Because I'm wanting to remove my breast implants because when I breastfed Alani, my boobs are so saggy. And then people are like, they probably think that I don't have like big implants, but my implants are 450 cc's.
Oh, wow.
What size did you get yours?
375, I think.
Girl, mine are 450, but I feel like you can't tell because of how much they sag.
Wow.
After I breastfed Alani. So,
oh my goodness.
Yes, every time I meet someone, I'm like, don't get implants before kids. Because now I have to remove them for my boobs to not look like I breastfed 10,000 kids.
And do you like the implants or now you just want the natural look? Or
I think in the beginning I did because they were cute. Like they weren't like, and I think since I'm tall, they look proportional to my body. But now that they're like Squidward's nose all the way down to like my freaking hips, I would just want them removed. I want them gone. And I just want I want to look like that wall.
You want to follow the trends.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, what would you say to someone who was watching and maybe they might want to get surgeries?
I would say do your research and make sure that it's for you, because never, ever, ever try to keep up with trends.
Yeah.
Never. You'll be chasing your tail. I definitely would say do your research and make sure that it's for you, because it's super scary. Oh, so scary. Yeah. I had such a scary experience my last round of surgery.
With your BBL
experience. Yes, my last BBL surgery.
What happened during your BBL?
So for those of you who don't know, I think we already said I've had 3 BBLs. I know you can't tell. Leave me alone. That's like my biggest insecurity is when people are like, you can't even tell you had a BBL. Oh, because I paid so much money on my body. Anyways, during my last surgery, I lost a lot of blood, and my doctor said that I had a lot of scar tissue in my stomach. So during my surgery, I lost a lot of blood and they couldn't stop the bleeding. So I got rushed to the hospital. I had to stay there for a week. And that was something that I wasn't planning on at all. So definitely know that there's so many risks to getting surgery. I had to stay in the hospital for a week. My bill was $20,000
on top of what you already paid.
On top of what I already paid for my surgery, for the ambulance and my week hospital stay in the ICU. I was in the intensive care unit, girl. Yes, with people that were like dying around me. Like I just woke up from my surgery like in the intensive care unit. It was so scary. Like it was something out of a movie. Like I had woken up from my surgery. You know how you wake up in like a recovery room? I had woken up from my surgery in a recovery room, and I just remember like blinking, and like I could hear like a little bit of the doctor saying like call an ambulance, and then I was out again, and then I woke back up in the ambulance, and they're ripping stuff off of me, they're taping stuff off of me, and then I passed out again, and then I remember waking up in the middle of the emergency room, and it was so scary, and I was all alone. Nobody knew that I was getting this surgery except for my son's dad. And at the time we weren't really like cool like that. So, yeah, I was like all alone in the hospital. It was so scary. You guys like yeah, do your research, be ready, like know that the like you have to know that this is for you. I would say you don't have any doubts in your head. If you're doubting it even a little bit, don't do it.
And you mentioned that you had 2 blood transfusions because your scar
Yes.
tissue was bleeding from the inside.
Yes, and I was so low on blood. They would come take my blood like every hour. Like I went home with like holes all over my body, bruises, because they had to take my blood like every hour to make sure that my blood like cells levels were okay. So I had to do 2 blood transfusions at the hospital.
That is so scary. And the
Yes.
scar tissue was because I think you mentioned it that it was because you weren't healed from your prior surgery.
Yes.
So when you get surgery back to back, you get scar tissue. And then the scar tissue was bleeding from the inside, so they had to give you 2. And you know what's so scary? Like when you first go into surgery, they warn you about like, oh, like can you sign these papers just in case we have to give you a blood transfusion? And they always tell us, oh, it's rare though. Like, but the fact that it happened to you and you got 2 of them.
Yeah. No, my doctor was super scared. He was like, "You're the first person that this is like this has never happened to me before."
Yeah, because
like,
it's rare.
Yes,
like, they warn you about it, but they're like,
yes,
oh, but, like it's not gonna happen. Like you're fine. Yeah.
Yes, like they sent me flowers to the hospital and everything. Like they were so scared.
Oh my
I
goodness.
scared them.
That is so scary because it wasn't even your doctor's office anymore. You were at the actual
at the
ICU.
surgery center. I was at the surgery center, and then from there I got like rushed to the hospital.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yes, you guys be careful wherever you go, because I feel like we always hear very scary surgery stories, like in Mexico, even here, like in the States, just anywhere. And I think that one thing that we forget, because I feel like also myself, we forget about long term, because it's like, what are we gonna do with like no ribs?
Like and your big butt at 70.
Yeah. It's probably gonna be all saggy when it's 70. That's so true. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's one thing. If anyone is watching this, just look into your look into whatever doctor you want your ribs removed from, I guess. And then also long term, for example, because of my breast implants, I'm like, I don't think I would. If you guys are, especially if you guys are planning on having kids, I think that's one thing to definitely take into consideration when it comes to having surgeries.
I'm scared now if I have another kid. My doctor didn't tell me that they would be saggy. He thought
I don't
that
know
they were gonna be good.
what happened to me. But I also do think, I don't know if I ever shared like my whole surgeries journey, but I also do things because when I got my boobs done, I kid you not, like 3 months later, I got my BBL. Oh, wow. So I was recovering with my face down. So my boobs were fresh. And I was like, I was on my boobs because I remember it would hurt. But and then a couple years later, I got pregnant. I breastfed Alani, and that's when they deflated. But besides all of that noise with the surgeries and, you know, all of that crazy stuff, you also have shared a lot when it comes to, you know, having fallouts with friends, whether it was public or private. What is your experience when it comes to friendship breakups?
I've had a lot of those recently. I feel like I discovered like a whole new world after my son's dad. Like I had 0 friends. We didn't do like I was inside 24/7, and it wasn't up until like recently is when I started making a lot of new friends because I would go to so many events now, and so I just started connecting with people and like meeting a lot of new people. And I feel like thankfully I've never had a weird experience like with content creators, but recently I've had an experience where I met a group of people through a content creator, and I became friends with these group of people, and we were friends for a while. actually, it hasn't even been a year yet. It's been like 9 months. But recently, I feel like I've just been starting to see like people's true intentions. But honestly, it's so nice because now I feel like I have my circle of like people who I can like trust with my life. And like these are like my actual people. And like it's a small group of people, but I'm like, at least I can trust them. So recently, I had gone to like this event with these people, and one of the guys there got super, super, super drunk and just started saying his true feelings about me, I guess. So he got so drunk and was like cussing me out, like in front of a bunch of people, like cussing me out, like, F you, like, you're so weird, you're so weird. And I'm like, what? What's going on? What's going on? And then my friends took him home because he was obviously so drunk. They took him home. The next morning, we had spent the night at my same friend's house. The next morning, he wakes up, apologizes to me. I'm so sorry. I was drunk. I love you. So thankful for everything you've done for me. Whatever, right? Come to find out the next day, he meets up with like the group of friends, but without me there. And he starts telling them that he hates me, that he only uses me to get into events, and that all the opportunities that I give him, and that I'm so boring, and that he only hangs around me to get places and to get shit out of me. And like ever since then, like I cut off that whole circle. And then now I just realized that like honestly, like we wouldn't do anything unless I was paying for it. Yeah. Or unless they were invited as my plus one to this event. Besides that, girl, like they needed gas money to come hang out, like little stuff like that.
Shoot.
Yeah. So then I had to take a step back and be like, these are not my real friends.
Yeah.
If everything is like me, if I don't like make the effort, it doesn't happen. And then after hearing him like say like all of this like stuff about me after I was nothing but good to them, I was like, that's crazy. But at least he showed me his true intentions, and now I know. But yeah, very messy. Have you ever had experiences like that? Or like people using you? Because I've experienced that so much lately, and I don't know if it's because I'm too nice to people. I'm like, maybe I need to be more cautious of who I'm bringing around me.
Maybe, yes. I think especially when, like we mentioned before, the first mention is social media. You're like, what do you mean?
Because I've had very bad experiences lately.
Do you feel like that moment changed how you move with people now?
For sure. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe it's a good thing because I feel like I needed to open my eyes onto like who I'm bringing around me. But now, like everyone around me, like I just think that they're moving weird. I'm like, red flags, red flags, red flags. You're canceled.
He smiles at you. You're like, red flag.
Yeah. Like he's only smiling because I have followers.
That is so funny.
But no, yeah, I feel like now everything's like a red flag to me. But like maybe it's a good thing because maybe I was like a little too friendly before.
But it's okay. You'll find your right set of friends when the time comes.
No, honestly, I'm like, I think I'm too old to be having like 50 friends anyways. I'm like, I like having just like my 3 friends who my son loves and like that really understand me. Like I don't even care to meet new people anymore. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But on a positive note, I know you mentioned that you just got a new horse. Yeah, that could be your friend.
Yes,
your
no,
little
literally.
bestie.
It's so exciting. I feel like my life before was so boring. I've always like had a thing for horses, but I never knew like where to start. Like I would always ask my friends like, hey, like let's go pay for like to go riding like horses, like horse trails and stuff. And then recently I have this friend who was like, oh, these people are selling a horse, like would you want her? And I'm like, oh, let me come check her out. And so I went to see her. This was 2 weeks ago. I went to see her and like fell in love with her, and thankfully like her owner has been super sweet to me, and she's like showing me everything I need to know, and like I fell in love with her. So yeah, now I have something to do. It's so much fun.
That is so cute.
Yeah,
I'm like, I want like 5 horses. Are horses expensive? Are they like a car?
It depends. There's so many different like brands of them. What is that? Breeds. Like there's so many different ones. So like the nicer you get,
like the bougie ones, and then the
like some go for 100K.
The ones with less miles.
Yes, literally.
100K. A horse could be 100K.
Yes. Like there's some right there in the ranch where I have my horse. girl, yes, like 60, 50K.
Damn, horses
Yeah.
are expensive.
Yeah, mine wasn't that, because mine is just like a beginner horse. She's a quarter horse, so she's super sweet. She's like so sweet, so calm. So she was the perfect one for me. But I'm like, eventually I'm gonna get into those nicer ones.
Oh, so it also depends like on how qualified they are, huh? Like if they race or if they do
Yes,
shows.
yes. So they all
makes
do
sense.
different things. They're
Yeah.
all trained for different stuff. Like some they're dance, mine doesn't dance. So some dance, some like no different stuff than others. It's crazy. Like they're so
sense.
smart. It's crazy how they're trained to do certain
Oh,
stuff.
that's so beautiful.
So, yeah.
Hopefully we see horse content.
Yeah,
Like
for
have you already
sure.
like
Cowgirl.
learned?
No, I
that'd be
haven't
cute.
really posted anything about it.
Have you already learned how to like ride the horse? Or no?
Yes,
Oh, you
I'm getting
really?
so good at it.
Oh,
I just went
period.
riding like 2 days ago, and I learned how to like run her. So yeah, it's so much fun.
I know, because I feel like that's a skill. Like having
Yes.
to know how to communicate with a horse who does not speak your
Mhm.
language.
Mhm.
That's for sure a skill. So that'd be nice for you to pick up that little hobby.
Yeah.
That's so
it's
cute.
So
Hopefully
fun.
one day we see her ranch, and I mean, hopefully one day
Yes.
we see your horse and we see more content of her horse.
Most definitely. Yeah.
And then we are close to closing things off. But do you feel like having conversations like this with like another like mom or like another friend, do you feel like it brings a lot of peace to you?
Yes, it's nice to know that like I'm not alone, because like I said, like I'm always with my son, just like by ourselves, and I feel like everyone else around me, like all the other content creators online, they're going on their second baby, they're getting engaged, they're getting married.
I
I'm like,
know.
I'm starting from square one. Like, what's your favorite color with the guy? So I'm like, it's nice to know that like
That's so
somebody
true.
else is like on the same page as me, and like I'm not
Yeah.
alone, because I feel like I'm getting older, and I'm like, oh, am I gonna be like alone forever?
I know, you guys. We were having this conversation offline where we were off camera, where we were just like, "Damn, we want more kids, but who we're gonna have the kids with?"
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's definitely very comforting, like being able to talk to you and knowing that we're on the same page.
I know, and I hope everyone who is listening can feel the same. You guys are not alone, and it really does feel like we're starting all the way back to school. It feels like I have to start in high school or something.
Yeah.
Like having to get to know
It's so
someone. Like, what's your
embarrassing.
it's. But I am a strong believer that we will have our Prince Charming at the end.
Oh, yes, for sure. Everything happens when it's supposed to in God's timing. So,
What do you want your next chapter in your life to look like?
I want more kids, honestly. If I can, I would like to have 2 more kids.
I
Or
feel
at
like
least
three's
1 more.
perfect.
Yeah. I would be happy with 1 more too, but I definitely want to give my son a sibling, and hopefully soon, because I'm only getting older and my son is getting older too. And hopefully also buying a house. That's my goal for next year. So,
Are we gonna see more of like mommy content, more of like your baddie side, more horse content?
hopefully more mommy content. I stopped posting my son a lot. But I want to get back into it. My son loves making videos. Girl, like he'll get a bag of chips and he'll be like, chip challenge, and he makes like
Aw.
videos and content on his own. So he loves of making videos. So I definitely want to start like posting with him for sure more, and then most definitely horse content now.
I know, that'd be so cute. If you could tell Bella from 2020 when she first started social media, if you can tell her anything, what would you tell her?
Wow. I would say that everything is gonna work out how it's supposed to, because that Bella would have freaked out if I separated from my son's dad. I never thought that I would be able to do like social media on my own without him. Like I thought once me and him broke up, that was it for me. So that I can do it, and that everything happens for a reason, and that you found yourself now.
You're thriving. You just got a new horse. You're picking up new hobbies. You're a great mom. Yeah, and you're just thriving to be better, and you're just doing it very independently. So that's good. You have come a long way. So that's good. And lastly, what do you want people to take from this video, from this episode?
I would definitely say that everything happens within time, and be patient with yourself. Yeah, I would say like always try to keep that positive mindset of like everything's going to get better within time, because it was always so hard for me to see like the bright like what is that, like the light at the end of the tunnel so hard for me. Like I've had my days where I've sat there and cried for hours and I've felt so helpless and so miserable, and now I'm like truly thriving and I'm like my own person. And yeah, I feel like everything like happens for a reason. So go through the pace, go through the motions, and let everything happen the way that it's supposed to happen, because everything gets better within time. Trust me. I feel like I'm just like definitely like a living testimony that things just get better and it's not the end of the world. Like I remember thinking that I could never do anything without my son's dad, and now I'm my own person. I have my own identity, and like life is like I'm truly just thriving now. So I think everything gets better, and never be afraid to take that step away from that toxic environment or that negative household, whether it's with friends, family, your relationship, because you will truly thrive on your own, as hard as it is in the beginning.
I love that. I just love seeing single moms thrive after coming out from something so crazy,
Yeah.
and them just literally be like a living, walking testimony and just thrive for their kids. So I love that. But thank you so much, Bella, for coming on
Thank you
the
for having
podcast.
me.
I hope you guys did enjoy everything that we spoke about today. I know we didn't really get into her background, like her childhood, but she does have different podcasts that she's been on that we just didn't really want to go over it, all over again. We wanted to bring her on to see what she was up to today and what's going on with her life and everything that has transpired in the past couple of months. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed Bella's message.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.